Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Bethany here with all things life and fitness. So I'm starting a new series that is all about running, and I'm really excited to share this with you guys. Today is going to be the introduction video, and I'm going to talk about what we're going to cover in the series. We're going to talk about topics that include everything you need to know about running. Whether you're a seasoned runner or a beginner, this series is going to help you become a better runner. In this series, I'm going to cover topics like gear and fueling. And what I mean by fueling is everything that you put into your body. So food, hydration, supplements, all of that is going to be covered in this series. I'm going to cover how to create your run program. So details that you need from day-to-day structure of the program, whether you decide to work with a coach or create a program for yourself, I'm going to cover all of that. I'm going to cover injury prevention and all the things that will help you prevent injuries as you increase the mileage and ramp up your training. I'm going to cover strength training, which is one of my favorite things, but I am going to cover strength training that is specific to runners. So movements that are going to benefit your running, how strength training can help prevent injury and make you a better runner. I'm also going to cover rest and recovery. We're going to talk about how important rest is to benefit your training. Many people don't know this, but when you are training, you're actually breaking down your body, and the buildup and the strength happens when you're actually resting. So we're going to talk more about that. And lastly, I'm going to teach you how to prepare for and successfully run a race. And I don't mean win the race, but run it and be able to finish it feeling strong. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about how I got started with running. I ran track in high school. I was not good. I think I ran track for the boys. I was a sprinter, and again, not fast. I went to college, did not run, did not really work out in the early stages or in the early years of college. I had friends that would run, and they would encourage me to run with them, and sometimes I couldn't even make it a mile. I was so out of breath. If you are feeling like there is no way you could run a half marathon, I was there too. I thought there was a point in my life where I thought I can't even run 1 mile. And then fast forward to early stages of motherhood, which was shortly after college for me. I had our first son, and he had separation anxiety so bad to where I could not take him to the gym. I would put him in the kids club. They would call me almost immediately to come get him. So I had to just keep my workouts to home, and I needed something where I could just go out and not be touched or needed or have any responsibilities. And so I had a friend, her name is Carrie, and she was a runner. She had run a full marathon and a couple half marathons, and she encouraged me one day. She said, "Come on a run with me. We'll take it really slow. We're going to do 5 miles. And I thought she was crazy. I said, "There's no way I can finish 5 miles. No chance. But I'll come with you and I'll just do what I can." But Carrie just really was so encouraging, and she reassured me that if you want to walk and you want to, walk, jog, and take your time and take it slow, do it. And so I did. I went with her. We took it very slow. I think we ran at like an 11-minute pace. We walked a little bit in between, and I completed those 5 miles, and I was hooked. I felt so accomplished and so proud of myself that I just wanted to continue on running. So we would run together regularly, and she encouraged me to register for my first half marathon. And shortly after training for that, I found out I was pregnant with our second son. And with the okay of my doctor, I just continued on with training and ran the half marathon and completed it when I was 4 months pregnant with our second son. So after that, I was hooked. I loved running. I loved that it was my outlet and my me time, and that I could put the kids down for a nap on days John was home and go out on a run and get a quick, good workout in without having any responsibilities. No one needed me. No one was touching me. No one was going to call me over the loudspeaker to come get my crying baby. It was just my time. So after that, I just, again, was hooked. I loved it. It was my thing. I registered for my first full marathon, trained for that. I found a really great local running group, and it was just on Facebook, and I met a ton of really cool people. One, I met a great running, who's still one of my good friends today, and he ended up becoming my coach, and he's still my coach whenever I train for something. I'm like, hey, Dan, you want to write me a training program? And I'll go into why this is important later, why even coaches have coaches. So I'm not a professional runner. I am a run coach, but I started out with, from scratch, from nothing. I started out in my running journey not thinking that I can complete even a few miles, to completing 8 full marathons, running the Boston Marathon. So I say this to you as encouragement. If you feel like you are not a runner or you don't know where to start, this series is gonna hopefully inspire you and give you the tools that you need to be able to improve in your running and become a runner, which if you run, you are a runner. There's no becoming a runner. All you have to do that is just run. I'm really excited for you to join me along this series. If you are a beginner runner and you have no idea where to start, this series is for you. If you run and you want a little more structure and tools to improve your running, this series is for you. And if you're a seasoned runner and you have been running for a long time, you might be a running coach, this series is for you. I'm gonna give you a lot of great tips and tools and new things that you might not have thought about that are gonna help you in your career as a coach or your running journey yourself. So be sure to subscribe below if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. This series is gonna be a fun series that you don't wanna miss, so share it with a friend and challenge them, inspire them, invite them to go out on a run with you. I'll see you guys soon.